Celonis provides a suite of solutions for insurers to identify and eliminate process inefficiencies, with a focus on process mining and real-time analytics. This supports insurers in delivering a superior customer experience and driving operational efficiency. Today they will present a use case together with Ergo, which shows how they realized real process changes, as well as further digitalization and automation of their processes. Next on stage, Celonis with Ergo.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Victor Thoma, Head of Process Mining of Ergo Group, responsible for delivering data-driven process optimizations to our global business units within Ergo. And today I'm here with my partner, Celonis.
Hello together, my name is Yannick. I'm lead value engineer with Celonis for insurance. And my job is to help customers create and implement use cases in insurance.
So we as an insurance company currently having very challenging times. There's inflation, there's war, and in order to secure our profitability goals, we really were looking for technologies where we can really dig deep into our processes and technologies that help us to further drive efficiency within our core processes. And we really believe that process mining and process mining with Celonis is the right way to do so. So, Yannick, what did we prepare today?
So actually today we just want to show you two things. The first is how Celonis really works, and the second is how it has helped Victor to capture value and to increase automation rate in one of his departments, which is called contract service.
Yeah, so then I'd say, without further ado, let's jump directly into the demo.
Okay, so in simple terms, how does Celonis work? So we connect to your data or to your various data sources you have. We attract the relevant information, and then we build a digital twin of your process. And actually, the only thing that we need for your data to have is three requirements. And the first is that you have a unique identifier. This could be a claims ID or a contract ID. The second is that we have all activities that this object is going through. And the third requirement is that there is a timestamp so that we know when these activities are happening for the corresponding object. And based on this, we can create a digital twin. And this is how it looks like. And in this view, you can see the most frequent activities that are happening. So in this department, there seems to be requests received via self-services. Then the next step is that the service is classified. Then there are further activities coming to process this request, so until the case is closed. But we are not only able to visualize the process, we are also able to analyze this in terms of case frequency, activity frequency, throughput time, and even automation rate. And these are just the most frequent activities, and if I add further activities, then I already can see first loops, and I can also see undecided activities. And if I continue on adding those activities, then I can show you the true complexity of the process. And this is how it looks like, and this is what we call a spaghetti diagram.
So Yannick, that already looks quite promising, but my ambition internally is always to further optimize my automation rate. So where do we start now?
So yeah, basically looking for good levers. It's always smart to start with activities or sub-processes that are high in volume and where automation rate is low. And as I can see in this department, there seem to be two input channels. So there seem to be requests received via self-service, but also via email. And self-service seems to have a high automation rate, 82%, which is also indicated by the green color, whereas email seems to have a lower automation rate indicated by the orange color. So obviously, we should focus on this input channel. And so I drill it down. I filter to select only cases that are having this activity. So now I'm only looking at claims that are received via this email channel. And here again, I'm looking for activities that have a low automation rate. And here coming to my mind, canceling of the contract seems to have the lowest automation rate, causing most of the manual steps. And here again, this is the reason why I drill it down. I select to only look at cases where contract canceling took place.
So it means we identified now the right path where we can further drive automation within our business, which is actually cancellations received via email. But now, can you tell us what is the reason why they're becoming manual?
Okay, so drill it down. I would make use of one of the many Celonis drill down capabilities. And therefore, I jump to this view. And this view gives you the reason, the most frequent reasons why contract cancellation is done manually and not automatically. It seems to be, some reasons seems to be that the dunning level is reached, the last name in the contract is not found, or that the cancellation date was too close. But the by far most frequent reason is that some kind of keyword seems to be hit. Victor, can you maybe give us some context about this?
Yeah, I think every insurer knows that filtering for keywords or scanning for keywords is a really usual instrument that we use. So imagine there's a business transaction and the customer is writing something about a complaint, then it's something that we really want to check on manually and also react properly to drive our customer experience. So generally speaking, keywords checking makes total sense. But is there more detail behind it?
So let's drill it down. Filter on keywords. And so on the left-hand side, I can see that there are 2,700 claims that are processed manually because one keyword was hit, indicated by the 1. And that there are 2,300 claims that are processed manually because 9 keywords were hit at the same time.
So 9 at the same time?
Yeah, this sounds strange, but let's drill it down. Let's filter on this, and on the right side, I see the keywords that are occurring. And it seems to be that there is some accumulation of keywords like customers, broker, complaint, reachable, checked 24, zip code, and so on. Can you make any sense out of this?
I think we will definitely need an example for that. So please bring an email up.
Okay, let's look for an example where all those keywords occurred at the same time. So this is one contract cancellation we received via email.
Okay, so what I can see in this email basically has 2 parts. The second part is the PDF, which is actually entailing the customer transaction, where he wants to cancel. And the upper part is actually the informative part of our broker, and that part, check 24. If we see that in color marked, the keywords that actually got matched is in the upper part, is the informative part of check 24. And the reason behind here is that check 24 changed their way on how to communicate the cancellations over their platform. So for us, that has been the topic to identify where we can drive automation, and I give the hint to IT to really adapt this. Now, looking into the future, is there a way we can keep track on that in the future?
So yeah, definitely. For this purpose, I would recommend to set up an action flow. An action flow is an automation mechanism. And in this example, this action flow monitors for each keyword how often it occurs, causing those manual processing, and whether it changes over time. And in case there is no change over time, nothing happens, all is good. It just saves this analysis as a report. But in case of that there are significant changes observed, then it's triggering some alert, notifying you via email, informing you some keywords have changed. Pay attention, maybe you need to adjust your keyword selection.
Okay, Yannick, thank you very much. To sum it up, we identified a path where we can drive automation. We identified the root cause. In that case, the emails we were receiving by check 24. We adapted internally. We installed the monitoring in the long run. And for us, that is the way we are going forward in all our core processes to really fulfill our ambition to become the leading digital insurer by 2025. If you have any questions to Celonis, you can...
We are happy to answer these at booth 23.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your attention.